A friend needs help, but the way that you can help might be looked at as though you're taking advantage of them. Are you or not? K.Lee.
Yes.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
So I'm going to start by saying this. My dad, a few years back, wrote a book. And in that book, it was about his life. He describes his two sons. My brother Craig, who lives in Australia, who he describes in the book as my brother would give you the shirt off of his back, where my other son, K.Lee, would take it. Okay?
It's accurate.
That's pretty accurate. So my friend calls me up, and about a year and a half ago, my friend bought a house. He has a wife. He has two kids. As he tells me, when they moved into the house, he had no debt. He was in good shape. Everything was great. He had bought a motorcycle, bought this car that I'm about to get to that he paid cash for. It was a really sweet car. A year and a half later, his wife has had some medical issues. He's now like 80 G's in debt.
It can happen fast, man.
Real fast. So he calls me up and he's like, telling me all about it. He's like, I don't have money to pay my mortgage this month. So while he's got one of his cars, which is completely paid for, it's just cash basically sitting there in that car. He needs to get rid of it like now, like yesterday. So he's like, I think I'm going to go ahead and sell it. I got an offer for like $5,000. And I'm like, $5,000? He spent like $15,000 on this car. Now the car is kind of souped up, it's modified, and I'm like thinking to myself, $5,000. All of a sudden, light bulb goes off in my head, and while I want to help him, I'm like, man, that's a good opportunity. Shoot, I'll pay you $6,000. If you're gonna sell it for $5,000, I mean, if I had the money to just loan him the money, I would. But my wife would absolutely kill me.
Yeah, I mean, she's got one of those Pelotons to pay for.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm also.
Yep.
But if
he's going to ignore that because he wants a new car.
Well, I mean, she hasn't gotten a Peloton yet. I'm still waiting. She hasn't had the baby. My wife's pregnant, by the way. Yet she doesn't need the Peloton just yet.
You got to push for the Peloton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, on a side note, she's not pushing anything because she's having a C-section.
Here we go. This is my favorite part of the day.
Stay on track, man.
All right.
Another subject for another time.
So, as he proceeds to tell me that, light bulb goes off, and I'm like, I'm trying to be sympathetic to him and stuff, and he's like, I just can't wait on the money. So we hang up, and I'm thinking to myself, ooh, this is an opportunity. While he does need the money, and this would be helping him, but me buying the car for $6,000
when you know it's worth
probably
and you can
14,
resell it.
right? Which is, I'm like, man, that's a good profit. My
Yeah.
wife's like, you really gonna buy another car? I'm like, well, yeah, if I can make $8,000 off of it, maybe drive it around a little bit, and cruise around.
That's your intentions with the car. It's not to own the car. It's not to possess the car and have it in your garage. It's to resell it. And is he gonna be aware that you're reselling it for more, like you're turning a profit right around the corner when what he needs right now is money?
What is, okay, 1-855-BERT show. I know where you're going with this, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, yeah, I would tell him. I mean, but to get what he paid for it out of it, it's going to take a special buyer, and it's going to take time.
This is a good friend of yours.
Yeah.
All right. Instead of taking advantage of a friend's misfortune, why don't you, if you want to really help this friend, you buy the car for $6,000, then resell it, keep your $6,000, and give him the difference.
Because you have the time to find that special buyer and he does not.
Mo, where are you at on that? Mo's looking at you like,
These guys are such buttons.
I'm with Mo. Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead.
Is that not helping a friend in need?
That would be
and you're
a
not loaning
wonderful
money.
thing to
You're
do.
not coming in pocket.
But the man set his price. That's what he asked for, and K.Lee's already going to give him more than his asking price. I feel like that's all he really owes him.
You wouldn't have brought this to the table unless you felt some guilt about it, because you should feel guilt about wanting to turn a profit on your friend who is in a misfortunate circumstance because his wife got sick. Medical bills are terrible.
It is a good scruples question. It is a good, solid
But
scruples.
that's how you come up.
So he, at this point, would only get $5,000. K.Lee is giving him even more than he was going to get. So what does he care at that point what K.Lee does with the car? It's already sold.
Dude, if you're really worried, sell it like Kristen said. Keep the $6,000 that you paid for it and then split the profit. That way you get paid for the time you put into it and you're helping your friend out.
You guys are so mean.
What are you talking about?
See, there's a risk of me buying a car.
You might not be able to sell it.
I mean, I will be able to sell it. I'll be able to sell it.
Are you kidding? Look at this Scrooge McDuck over here.
Swimming in the money.
You're going to install a pool of dollar bills in your backyard for your friend and neighbor to watch you.
What we are clearly seeing here is a gender difference when it comes to business.
Right.
It's not business, though. It's a friend.
Yeah.
But
Still business.
It is
No,
business. I
He's
mean,
helping his friend out.
You brought to the table, should I do this to my friend? Not
Yeah.
business partner, not
Yeah.
coworker, not comrade, not goober down the street, your friend.
Plus,
Correct.
you know the circumstances around it. You know that if he had time, he would sell it for more, but he doesn't. So there's nothing wrong with taking advantage of a situation, but I think there's something about how you take advantage of the situation. And if you can help a friend out and help
Yeah.
yourself, hell yeah, do it.
Yeah, like
Brenda.
if this was my enemy, 100%.
yeah.
Turn the profit.
Hey, Brenda, good morning. You're on the Bert Show.
Hey, good morning. It's interesting. We're sort of in the same situation. My sister's boyfriend is incarcerated, has property that we want to sell, but then we're thinking about maybe we should buy it and resell it at a higher profit, but the dude needs money. So we're thinking what we're going to do is sell it, keep all the money that we've given him for fines and time and all that stuff, put it in an account, let it sit there so when he gets out or whatever he needs it for, he'll be able to use it. But someone already took my suggestion about selling it and whatever profit is, split it half with your friend.
Then why? Okay, if you're going to do that, then why pay $6,000 for it? Because what's it called when you buy a car and you sell it, or you buy an item and you sell it? It's
A flip?
no, not a flip.
A transaction?
No, not
Capital
a
gains.
transaction.
Gains.
What?
When somebody else sells it for you, what's it called? Nobody.
Broker?
eBay.
No. Why would you have to? If you're going to give him half the profit, though, then why give him $6,000? Pay him the $5,000, then profit, and then turn around and give him the fit. Whatever you're going to
difference.
give him.
Well, I don't really like any of it.
Are you really
The man is a hustler. Yes.
knowing what he's going through and the struggles he's having? You buy this car, you sell it. Are you really going to be able to enjoy that money?
Look at his face.
I mean, I
Yes, he is.
feel bad. That's why
you don't.
I do. I love him, but
You just said the L word.
I do
Help
love
your
him.
friend out. Buy the
He
car.
is. By
is
giving him
helping him.
$5,000 or $6,000.
Do you know what I'm going to
That's
have?
not helping. That's using a friend.
Yeah.
My wife is going to yell and put it in my face that I bought another car or another vehicle. I mean, I've got to go
Well, then
through a
take
lot
out
of.
the wife tax and give him the rest.
I'll have to think about it.
Entertainment Bus is coming up next.
I just want to strangle you sometime.
I feel you.
I'm with you, bro.
Thank you, gentlemen.
God forbid Bart and I are ever in straits and we need help from you people.
We will definitely give you the money to help you out.
But
And then turn around and sell it.
Everybody wins.
Yeah, flip my friend.
K.Lee will
It's a new
take
reality TV show.
you'll take the shirt off my back and then you'll sell it.
The Bert Show.